Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. Yeah, we Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and fine to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness is really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it. We Rick flaring on it, flaring on it.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring, sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, you already know it. Happy Hump Day! I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday, because I am having a wonderful Wednesday. You know what day it is. You know what day it's the breakdown day. So you make sure you tune in tonight at 8 o'clock-ish. Don't be late. Don't be late. All right. Oh man, it's gonna be a great show today. Absolutely great show. Both shows. This day is, listen. I love a good midday show. You know why I love a good midday show? Because sometimes I get these emotions. It's just emotions that taking me over. Like I get these like urges, right? Like it's like word vomit. Like I don't know if anybody deals with that. Maybe it's just us Scorpios, but it's like you just can't hold it in. Like you gotta say something, right? And this is gonna be one of those shows. Now, there's going to be some stuff said. I don't have any personal vendetta with anybody, but I'm just going to give you the facts and lay it out. That's just what listen, it's not that I don't like this person and I'm trying to bash this person. I am fair across the board. And I just feel like if you're doing it this way on one person, I need that energy to also be directed at said other person. That's just how I feel. That's why this show is what it is. So if whoever gets talked about on this show and you do not like what's being said, I feel like Dion, you might not like it, but I ain't lying. You might not like it, but I ain't lying. That's it. So you can take that with the grain of salt that you are. I'm not here to make friends. I have enough friends. Okay. I really don't have a lot of friends, but I got enough. Okay. So I'm Gucci. And at the end of the day, that's why you get married. Cause Key always my friend. She always my best friend. So whenever y'all decide to like, hey, Scotty not cool no more, it's fine. I still got a big booty wife at the crib and I'm perfectly fine. Okay. I'm perfectly fine. So he could be like, we ain't talking about, we talking about Valley, Scotty. We talking about Valley. All right, we talking about Valley. So let's get into today's show. Once again, I already said my disclaimer for today. I don't want to have to deal with this no more. But you might not like it. But I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Anyway.
She throwing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger.
Listen, now you know I'm not the biggest fan of Fox News. And if you know this, if you've watched this show long enough, I don't even have to tell you what Fox News is. You already know because that's all I call them. You feel me? So once again, it's just Fox News, okay? And the more times you see it, the more times you understand why I call them Fox News, right? So, but they strike again. And I'm just going to be, listen, I hate to toot my own horn. I really do. Beep, beep. But I be calling it. My wife be keep me talking. She be like, dang, babe, sometimes you do be hitting it. And this one, I have always been a step of the game. Because listen, I'm not saying Fox News isn't beneficial for things. I'm not saying that at all. Because what people like to do with me is like, oh, Scotty, you just came into space and you started doing this. Listen, I take all my lumps when people be like, oh, Scotty, you only relevant because of Dion. I'd be like, okay. All right. Oh, Scotty, if it wasn't for Dion, okay. Listen, I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing me. So everybody has their lumps that they have to take in this process of growing, right? Because the bigger you get, it doesn't come without critics. You got to understand it. No matter whatever you do, the more success you get, the more critics come. But at the same time, I've been a step ahead of calling out Fox News on every step of the way because they live under this mantra like everything they do is good. Everything they do is peachy keen. Like we can do nothing wrong. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. The furthest thing from the truth. And then when I bring stuff up that people didn't know, I getting calls like, oh, Scotty, don't put that man's business out there. Oh, Scotty, that was his past. All this stuff. So I've always been a step ahead of messing with Fox News and what they try to do. Now listen, this y'all man's. This is the guy that you all push in front of every HBCU event. And it's not just y'all, it's the damn SWAC office as well. You telling me you can't find no other mulatto Bama who's better than this Bama? I keep telling you, he's not good. He's corny. He's not good. He's not funny. I don't know how he continues to do what he does. He is not entertaining at all. But neither that. The Bama got a Colorado banner in the background of an HBCU game day set. That is like me. That's like me promoting the Black Panthers and I got a KKK sheet hanging in my background. Or I got a Donald Trump sign in my background. Right? Ted Cruz, that's what we're doing here. Come on, like, are you kidding me? Like, I get it. And listen, it's not just him, it's Stephen Gaither as well. Both of them Bamas. Because my mama always say, what you see is what you allow. And they're partners. They are partners, right? So it's allowed on both aspects. So you got Stephen Gaither writing about Colorado whenever he can on a platform called HBCU Game Day, right? Because he says it all the time in Twitter. Oh, I wish you guys would support other articles that I do. But when I talk about Deion, I get all the clicks. So, I wrote an article about Tennessee State and nobody wanted to click and read it. I didn't even get enough for my gas money. Like, the thing that I cannot stand, right? I'm telling you, what I cannot stand is when people complain about something that they're in. Like, you chose to be in the field. You chose to call yourself HBCU Game Day. Before Deion even got going, you had articles, before Deion even touched down in the SWAC, you had articles about the MEAC that nobody read. You had articles about Tennessee State that nobody read. You had articles about North Carolina A&T or Hampton that nobody read. That ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new. You're just simply making excuses of why I want to continue to talk about Deion on a platform called HBCU Game Day. And then people are like, Scotty, you do the same shit. This show is called Off Script. I talk about HBCU sports. I talk about band stuff. But at the end of the day, this shit ain't called HBCU script. This shit ain't called HBCU underbite. It ain't called none of that. It's called Off Script. Anything that I do, right? Anything that I do, I refuse to pigeonhole myself by my name. And I tell everybody who comes to me for advice in YouTube, I say, listen, don't ever pigeonhole yourself by your name. Because it will literally, people be like, yo, Scotty, your show is called HBCU Script, and now you talking about PWI stuff. And they would have every right. They would have every right because I am moving away from my audience. But the reason that this thing is called Off Script, because I've talked about Kevin Samuels on here. I've talked about music on here. Right? I've done DJ days on here. That's why it's called Off Script. I can take it wherever. That's the reason why God gave me the name Off Script, because one, I can take it wherever I want, right? And then two, that's just how my brain works. I'm a very spontaneous type of person. Like, I'm just like, oh, let's do this. Let's try. Oh, ha, ha, hee, hee. Right? But getting back to the matter at hand, this is y'all's man's. And I told you what Fox News was. I told you what Fox News was a couple years ago. I told you what Fox News was. right? When I told you, I kept telling y'all. And here's some of the comments on the stuff, right? This is how you know I'm not the only person thinking like this. And this is what, and I really wasn't going to say nothing, but when I saw the comments come in, I was like, oh yeah, people hot, right? So you got my man, Danny Glover. He's a Tennessee State guy. He said, that CU flag in the background is loud. Jimmy Woodrow said, but how are you This is my point. Jimmy making my point. But how are you called HBCU game day with a CU in the back? Come on, man. My man Danny Glover back at it said, not even trying to hide it at this point. My man Wayne with the J ad says, y'all wild as hell for having a CU flag in the background, shaking my head. Comments continue. Whitney says the page is Dion fan base page that uses HBCU name as a way to keep relevancy and a fan base. I personally don't know. I personally don't follow, but see them on my feed. But Came Cafe. But be careful who you follow. All skin folk and kinfolk, right? And then Chozone was Colorado was 3% black population as the HBCU didn't know it. Now listen, I want to be very clear. It is HBCU game day, aka Fox News. It's their prerogative on whatever they want to talk about. It's Stephen Gaither's prerogative. It's Tali Carr's prerogative, and they make that very clear, right? Because how they blend it is like this. Well, there are former HBCU players that have gone over to Colorado, so that's why we will continue coverage. I mean, that's your prerogative. But then on the same token, this is my thing, right? So this is you gotta see, this is how they do you. This is how they do you. That's how they catch you, right? They'll say something like this. Well, if you see the majority of our articles, we talk about schools that nobody else talks about. The CIAA, the SIAC, you know, the Cousins, the MEAC. We talk about everything. When we talk about listen, once again, I'm not going to give you a freaking cookie for doing your damn job. You called your shit HBCU game day. I'm not going to give you a cookie for what has sustained you for over 9 years. What I will give you a cookie for is that you did it when it wasn't popular. I'll give you that cookie all day long. But I'm not going to give you a cookie for doing shit that has sustained you for the last 9 years. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not understanding that, because I'm not going to give you a pat on the back for something you've been doing. See, it'll be different if you did it. You started this last year and you're like, you know what? We're going to expand, right? We're going to expand. Everybody, oh man, that's big time. But you've been doing it for the last 9 to 10 years. I'm not giving you the cookie for that. I'm not going to keep, what are we going to? Because if it wasn't for HBCU game day, it's still on the institution to tell its own story. It's still on these own institutions to tell their own story. But this is my issue, though, right? Because people, listen, I've always had an issue with HBCU game day. And Paris has been rocking me. And Paris, you've been rocking with me from the jump. Let these Bamas know in the chat. I have always said HBCU game day is super phony. You know why they're super phony? It's because they don't do no exclusive coaching or hey, let's get a guy from Southern or let's get a guy from here, and they come on and talk about their program. The most you will see is Vaughn Wilson from FAMU jump on for 5 or 10 seconds and talk about FAMU. They don't do no other school the way they was dick riding for Jackson when they had Dion. Now, let me break it down to you like this. This is how that shit is phony. And y'all know I don't even rock with 1400 like that. My man Zoe is dope. You know, me and Ken Clark got, you know, he's super emotional. But if it was about Jackson, you reach out to Ken, you reach out to Zoe, and you keep that shit going. That is why they are fake and fucking phony. And I'ma stand on that. It was never about you and Jackson. It was about, how close can we get to Dion and talk about it and get the views from it and get the subscribers from it. Because if it was about Jackson, I don't think Ken Clark would have a problem coming on HBCU Game Day talking about Jackson. I don't think Zoe would have a problem with a weekly show talking about Jackson. But all of a sudden, Neely takes his ass to Colorado, and now you got weekly shows with Neely at Colorado. Like, what are we doing? Your stuff is called HBCU Game Day. You can't move like that. That's what makes you look phony. Like, how does nobody see this? And you can say, Scotty, you hate, and you can say whatever. It's phony. It's the same thing people saying about Neely. It's not how you're doing it. It's not a problem that you're doing it. It's how you did it. And it's the same thing for HBCU Game Day. Start a shit called Colorado Game Day if you want a dick ride. Go get your money somewhere else. Call it Colorado Game Day. Call it CU Game Day. But it's two phony people being phony together. Neely don't know how to do business right, and HBCU Game Day don't know how to do business right. So it boggles my mind. And see, the shit that blows me, this is the shit that really blows me, right? The SWAC gives them all the freaking access they want, right? The SWAC, if you don't believe me, let me bring something up for you. I told you I got time today. Oh, I got time today. Let me bring this up to you. The SWAC gives them all the access they want. So that means they could get any coach, they could get any positional coach, admin, everybody. Because we all know HBCU Game Day is a part of that good old boy network, that good old boy. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about the commissioner. He doing everything right, even though he don't do shit, right? Oh, we speaking highly about media deals, even though we don't got all the details. Oh, we telling one side of the story to help the SWAC. You know, that they get all this access, right? So you would think that they would have this. They were able. Listen. I'm gonna lay this shit out as plain as simple. This is just what I'm talking about. They had all the access in the world. They were able to restream. Listen to me. Listen. I want y'all to understand this. Let me show you how crooked everything goes down. They were able to restream the SWAC Media Day on their platform, right? So it technically wasn't the ESPN stream, but they had their own thing there live, and they got every coach. They got everything going for them. They had the little monitor. They had all that shit. They had all that shit. So that means, I'm telling you, they even got Tali Carr on the freaking SWAC Digital Network talking about like a week 7 review with Pepsi and all that dumb shit inside of the layer of HBCU Game Day with the Colorado flag in the background. So when I tell you they get all the access, they get all the access. So why can they not have a show with an insider from a Southern, from a Grambling, from a FAMU, from an Alabama State, from a Prairie View? Why can't they do the same thing? Where is the show that you used to do with Neely for Jackson again? See, it doesn't. If you pull back the onion, you'll see what it really is, man. And that's the thing that's how my brain operates. Like, I'm always on 10 because I'm just like, this shit ain't right. It ain't right. Because the same reason why you don't have, like, and this is how they'll get you. He'll be like, well, I started HBCU Game Day. I went to an HBCU. I did this. I did that. But stay true to what it is. Like, Just stay true to what it is. Like, there's no reason that Tali Carr should be doing a weekly show with Neely on HBCU game day about Colorado. What sense does that make? But when you got two shady ass people that don't know how to do business the right way, this is what you get. You get shit like this. This is what you get. You get the Colorado in the background. You get the blending of worlds. Because I'll tell you this, nobody at Denver is talking about Jackson. Nobody's reaching back to Ken Clark and Zoe talking about, hey, we'll really love to know what transpired down at Jackson, and just give us, can you come on every week and talk about, Jackson and your time and their time at Jackson. They're not doing that because they don't see the value in you, but you seeing the value in them. Listen, I'm going to keep saying this. I don't have an issue with them talking about Colorado. That is their prerogative. That's their agenda. That's their objective. Fine. We're all doing it. We're all making it. My thing is when your platform is called HBCU Game Day, or how I like to say Fox News. If your platform is called Fox News, just make a new channel and call it Colorado Game Day. And then have Neely on that hole as much as you like. But what that does is you show the respect for your craft of HBCU Game Day. And you tell Tali, hey man, listen, it's a great idea what you and Neely got going, but hey, we can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do bitter and sweet. We can't mix, because we know how volatile that fan base is, and this is what you're doing. You're commingling funds, right? So when people in your comments are talking about Dion, you got other people from Colorado, right? The new primates of Colorado coming into those same chats, and they talking bad about HBCUs, which they don't know nothing about. So now you just listen. I'm all for controversy. I'm all for adversarial stuff, but it come on, man, like. You just got to do it in a different manner. It's not that you can't. You just got to do it in a different manner. And you would think a program like HBCU Game Day would have been around as long as they have, would do it a better way. Would just do it a better way. That's just my personal opinion, man. But listen, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. You get what I'm saying? I'm the bad guy. So listen, I'm the hater. I'm the bad guy. I just call a spade a spade. And like I said, I ain't got no personal vendetta against Tali. I ain't got no personal vendetta against Stephen Gaither. I don't know them like that to have that. But just how you move is shady and it's phony. And Tali Carr's not entertaining. I'm like, for real, I'm sick and tired of seeing this Bama. I'm gonna just be a buck. He's making a lot of money. He's on a lot of stuff. And he's not funny or entertaining. And I'm going to say this, and you can say whatever you want. I know for a fact HBCU Game Day stole my post-game live shows. They were never doing it until I came on the scene. That's my Kanye West moment right now. Let me talk my shit, right? Go back and look at HBCU Game Day for the last 3 years. They never did a post-game show, especially a live one at that. And the next thing I know, I see Tali, a big black man in a wrinkly suit, and the girl, and they doing a live post-game show. I said, wow. Man, you talking about influencing on the culture. Wow. But hey. And let me say this. Before I get going. And this is directly at the SWAC office. This is for Andrew Roberts. This is for Dr. McNugget. All them Bamas up there. Let me tell you something. And if the shoe fits, you wear it. I'm going to help. Let me help you out, Swack, because that's all I do here. That's all I do. I keep helping you guys out. You keep making a fool of yourself. If you keep allowing people to come on the coach's call and you keep keeping me off of the coach's call, when I am probably if you're talking about like individually, I'm probably the biggest individual podcaster in this freaking space. I've broken down more film footage than any other podcaster on YouTube. And if you keep keeping me out of the coaches conference and you keep allowing people who've been podcasting for the last 2 to 3 months, it shows you, listen, it shows you that you do not care about the quality of questions being asked. All you care about is, can we get people on there and keep Scotty out of it? Which I'm cool, because I can get behind y'all any day of the week. I can talk to any of these coaches behind closed doors, right? But I'm just telling you how it looks. I'm just telling you how it looks. And you can listen. You can have all the smallest podcasters you want. You can have Underbite. You can have She Love Crazy. You can have Golden Boot. You can have all of them, right? But at the end of the day, people gonna be like, "Yo, like, why Scotty ain't on here?" Because the Slack don't want me on there. So that just is what it is. And like I said, it's no shots. They do what they do very well in whatever capacity that is. All I'm telling you is that it's very simple. And keep playing with me. I'm going to go to the NABJ and I'm going to put a suit. I'm going to call a suit on you, because you can't tell me I'm not media when I've been to SEC Media Day, when I've been to SIAC Media Day. So you can't tell me I'm not media when I have all the credentials in the world. So I'm just leave it at that. Let's move on.
She throwing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger.
You know how I feel about it. Let's I want to get into this. Now, a lot of you guys have seen this article. It's been getting around. I'm gonna open the call lines up pretty early, just in case if let me see. Just in case if people got anything to say before I keep on. All right, let me open these call lines up, because I know a lot of you Bammers is just feeling. I've seen this article. And listen, Vaughn, once again, like I said earlier in my disclaimer, right? Once again at the seat, all I'm saying is it's not personal. All I'm doing is calling a spade a spade. So don't take this personal, what I'm about to say, right? Because I'm just going off what your article did. I'm just going off what your article did. Now, you've seen this article, and it says best available coaches for FCS HBCU coaching carousel, right? First of all, I'm gonna say this. I like it.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
I like it. Hey, Mo, I'm not crying because I ain't got a seat at the table. I am the table. What are you talking about? I'm the okay. All right, I am the table. Let me say this. It was a great article by Vaughn. Let me just say that. I just think it's just funny to me, and this was my issue with the article. It's just funny to me what we want to promote and what we want to cast to the side as Black people, right? Because the thing that bothers me is this. The thing that bothers me is this, is that when you really break it down, it's like, one, we're very small-minded. I'm not saying our Black coaches shouldn't get opportunities, but I'm saying it shouldn't just have to be Black coaches from HBCUs. That's always been my stance. I'm not going to change it. If you want to hire somebody from a former HBCU, hey, listen, that is your prerogative. Me opening up to way more Black coaches. Way more Black coaches. There's way more Black coaches than what's in HBCU. That's my first gripe. My second gripe is this. It's funny what we will decide to look past and what we will castrate. I'm going to say that again. It's funny what we will be willing to look past and what we will castrate. And And I'm going to go into that a little deeper because, listen, Chennis Berry, I think he's A1. I think any program would be, listen, if you haven't seen that video, once again, shout out to HBCU Game Day because they got the Inside the Huddle, which I gotta give them credit for that. Listen, I'll give you credit when credit is due. They got a video on Twitter and is making the waves, and it's Coach Chennis Berry, and he's like, we going W-O-R-K. No, it is fire. Every time I hear Coach Berry talk, I want to put a helmet on. I'm like, yo, I don't care if I'm the water boy. I'm like, let me do my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just gets you motivated to go play football. We go W-O-R-K all day. You know what I'm saying? We go W-O-R-K. That check is fire, bro. Absolutely fire. Absolutely love it, right? So, Coach Chennis Berry, I think he'll be a blessing to anybody's program because one of the man that he is, man, I'm telling you, if you just sit down, I got a chance to interview Coach Chennis Berry at SIAC Media Day. I just love talking to this dude because he is truly football, faith, and family. And he cares about the men, right? Because he understands that all these guys ain't going to the NFL. All these guys ain't going to go play professional, but he can make all those young men the best versions of themselves possible. And he takes that mantra seriously. He talks about God and how, he's winning souls for the kingdom. This is one guy you just cannot hate on. I'm sorry. Like, this is one guy you just be like, I hope you get everything you deserve in life. I hope God blesses you with everything you freaking deserve. So absolutely love Chennis Berry. I think he's an A1 higher, right? A1 higher. Secondly, listen, Henry Frazier III. If you turn around PV, if you're the head man that turns around PV, you deserve any job in the SWAC you want. Matter of fact, you deserve any job in HBCU that you want. They were absolute ass. Ass. They still don't got no fans. There's still 12 of them. It's still 12 of them. Right? So, all right, Henry Frazier, Dr. Henry Frazier, whatever. Right? If you do that, listen, man, open checkbook, whatever you want, whatever you desire. Okay. So I think those are my top two guys. Absolutely. Chennis, Dr. Henry Frazier III, right? Those are your top two guys. If you want to rebuild a program, if you're trying to go, if you're trying to go that area, whatever. So see, and that, okay. You're William Graves, you're going into my point. Thank you so much, William Graves. Now, Brian Jenkins is on this list as well, right? And there's some other people who've had some suspect backgrounds. And this is my thing, right? And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. This is just my personal opinion. And like I said in the beginning, I don't have a problem with overlooking people's flaws, because we all have made mistakes, right? We all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Okay, we've all done that. We've all, was it? We fall down, but we get up. We fall, 'cause a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up. Get back up again. All right, anyway, right? There's some other allegations. I just didn't want to bring those up, but if you Google his name, they come up. Anyway, right? My thing is this. You're telling me that Brian Jenkins is a candidate for being a top FCS coach in HBCU. You're telling me Dr. Henry Frazier is a top candidate for FCS football. But then you want to act like Johnny Cole is a leper, like he got leprosy or something. Like, that is my issue with black college football, is you cannot pick and choose what you want to overlook in whose past you want to keep them. Like, you want to ostracize Johnny Cole, but you don't want to ostracize Brian Jenkins. You don't want to ostracize Dr. Henry Frazier. They're good. They're good. Right? And I put the baggage under there. I put the baggage under there. They all, see, my thing is this. If they all have baggage, they all should be a part of the conversation. Because once you let, and LC Cole, once you let one guy in with baggage, they all have to be brought in with baggage. So I'm not saying Vaughn is wrong in picking these guys. All I'm saying is the way the HBCU community looks at Johnny Cole, it's like speaking about the boogeyman or something, right? When you bring up Johnny Cole or LC Cole, and he's a D coordinator at Allen, who just had a big win, right, against Albany State. When you bring up these brothers, they make them seem like they're pariahs or something, like they done stole money, like they done stole money from the church. So to me, if you're bringing up Dr. Henry Frazier and his allegations, if you're bringing up Brian Juice Jenkins and his allegations, you have to put the Cole brothers in the LC Cole won Tennessee State back-to-back OVC titles. Like, that's not nothing to scoff at. Johnny Cole had a winning record at Texas Southern. Dog, what do we do? First of all, that is a compliance issue. That is a compliance issue. I'm not saying Johnny Cole. Listen, okay, see, this is the shit. Okay, now you're about to piss me off. Now you're really about to piss me off. Brian Jenkins had domestic violence accusations. Dr. Henry Frazier had domestic violence accusations. Right? And I can bring up the articles if y'all want to see them, just so y'all know, like, Scotty ain't just out here. So all I'm saying is, you're talking about compliance. Compliance. With playing, that means they should get an opportunity to be put into the, come on, man. Hugh Freeze got more sexual allegations than anybody, and he at Auburn right now. I'm just confused. I am confused of how one person's individual. All I'm saying is you got to look at it in this totality. And I just don't think that it's fair that you want to pick and choose of what coaches you'll let do. You'll let do something wrong and happily bring them back. But then other coaches, you're just like, oh, no, we're good. Mr. Campbell, coming to you. Hello? Mr. Campbell. Let me try to open these up. Let me try it again. I don't understand.
There is one other participant in the conference.
Listen, at the end of the day, if HBCUs are supposed to be a safe haven for black coaches, right? Then that's where I'm not saying you just bring everybody back who's bad or whatever. What I'm saying is just give everybody the fair chance of making amends. Hey, what's up, Mr. Campbell? You live?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I want to give you your flowers, but I want to go back to the original topic, then I'm going to talk about the coaches. I'm going to say this to all these people. If y'all want to go see Coach Prime, them white folks got a bunch of YouTube channels. Go over there and watch them white folks. But Scotty does not have to cover Coach Prime. He does if something goes. But HBCU Game Day says HBCU Game Day. Not HBCU Game Day and Coach Prime Game Day. Not HBCU Game Day and Colorado. Do you see Paul Feinbaum talking about Ohio State? Got a flag Ohio State in the background of him? University of Washington, Texas? Because he covers the SEC. So it makes no sense for somebody that says HBCU Game Day to have a whole segment on Deion. Hey, man, I'm happy for Deion. But guess what? Go over there with them white folks. All y'all, go watch their channel. But you know why y'all don't go watch their channel? Because they don't want your asses over there. Because you have more fun over here with the black folks. So see, you want to have it both ways. This is for us, by us. Scotty came into this thing, and good, bad, and different. You have learned more about players, HBCU players, than anybody from HBCU Game Day. He has featured more players. He has interviewed more players. Y'all didn't even know who Andrew Body was. Y'all didn't know who Quincy Casey was. Y'all didn't know who Rashawn McKay was. You knew about them because of this show. So why would HBCU Game Day, when we are trying as hard as we can to promote our players and programs, to take any time and give it to Colorado? That doesn't make any sense to me. When we're trying our best to promote our stuff, but you want to give Colorado, let them white folks handle that. They're getting plenty of money off of Deion. Y'all can go over to their YouTube channel. Go support them. That's what y'all want to do anyway. Go over there with them white folks. Go in their chats, talk all about them, and tell them how great their white university is. But you want to come over here and talk about how bad ours is. You can't have it both ways. Take your ass over there with the white folks. Now, let me get over here to about this coaching thing. This is what kills me. Like you said, we pick and choose. You got coaches that have coached and made mistakes. White folks that mess around with the people that work in the office, screw their coach's wife's sister, screw the president, give their boys money, but they can get a job. Black man don't turn in the paperwork right for the stuff for the NCAA. No, he can't never work for HBCU ever again.
Come on.
What kind of sense does that make? Hugh Freeze was texting hookers. And he was up there at Ole Miss, on Bible Belt, you know what I'm saying? And he was texting hookers on the company phone. Auburn had no problem hiring him. And then, he went, Scotty, he went to a Christian school. Liberty is a Christian school. So I guess they do. You know what? I guess he said, hey, forgive and forget like Jesus. Jesus died for sins, I guess, but with black folks said, we don't get no grace. We don't get no grace. Like they said, Emmett, Bobby Petrino had his girl on the back of a motorcycle and fell his ass off the motorcycle. And I'm going to tell you a secret, just to get off that. Do y'all know the job that she took was from a black player who had gotten resumes from Nick Saban? He had gotten resumes from Phil Fulmer to get the job, and he gave that white girl that job. I'll go look that up. This is what they do. So all I'm saying is two things. We should allow our coaches to have as much grace as white folks do, and y'all take y'all ass over there to the white folks chat, and y'all get in that chat, say all the little stuff, and see how quick y'all run back on over here. See, this is the thing about it. You think that they want you there. They really don't. So I'm going to always support Scotty and what he does. And that thing with Tyler and them and stuff like that, that is just trash. Because for you to put a Colorado pennant on the back, when they say, you know what, the crazy thing about this, why don't you, why you don't have an HBCU school up there? Because it's right there where people can see it. Because you know what's funny? And how many of my teachers are out here? When y'all have school day and you put your pennant up and some student comes to you and say, hey, Mr. Campbell, what is FAMU? I see the pennant up there. What is Bethune-Cookman? What is North Carolina A&T? That even triggers students to find out more about our universities. So that is trash, and they've always been trash. And you know what? I'm not going to even go about Tyler Carr's background. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Scotty, keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. Love you.
Love you too. Hey, my thing is this, though, right? You can say whatever you want about me. I do Colorado watch parties, but I bet you I'll be in an HBCU shirt. I bet you I'll be in I'll be in Alcorn. I'll be in FAMU. I'm always repping. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's different. I just want to throw that song in there. Mr. D, coming to you.
What's up, Scotty? How you doing, man?
I'm-
Good topic. Good topic,
I'm
man.
good. Talk
and
to
a
me.
shout out to my brother, Steve Campbell. Hey, every time when I saw this nearly coming on to the show, they call it the Prime pregame show on HBCU game day. Man, it made me sick to the stomach because I see what they're trying to do. They must have had a call from Prime to start pushing Nearly on this show to try to give him street cred with the black community. That's the only reason why they're probably doing this. And they're slowly trying to make CU like, hey, this is a black because of this. And it's a shame that they're peddling and all this stuff. And it's a shame. But you know what? You are correct. They stole a lot of your stuff. And I got a question for you.
Talk to me.
Aren't they supported by the SWAC office? Didn't SWAC get them money to do some of that stuff?
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised that the SWAC don't pay them to do. I mean, if they don't pay HBCU game day, they damn sure pay Tolly Carr. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, because don't they remember? Like, didn't they go to the SWAC media day?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they probably pay them money. So my question, I'm gonna flip it. Do you think the Pac-12 giving them money?
Hell no.
Hell no, that's right. So I just want to put that out there because they, it's trash, and what's going to happen is their credibility is going to go down, and they're going to look at them as an Oreo cookie or a sham. So keep up the good work, brother. We support you, and like I said, you are the voice of the SWAC. Keep it going, okay?
No problem. Shoot, the way it's going, I might be the voice of I might have to slide over to the MEAC. I ain't even gonna hold you. 0284 coming to you, Drake.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Drake? Talk to me.
I just have questions about the coaches. So it seems like, because most of these, they have to sit there. They kind of, in HBCUs, everybody kind of really watches themselves. There's really no, everybody's kind of watching their own backs, and everything. So sometimes, which is not a good reason why they don't take the chances on the second and third. Because, in the Power 5, they'll take whoever's the best candidate, no matter outside of a murder, outside of what they did.
Listen, it's either that.
It's either that.
But think about it. It's either that or as long as you go to Nick Saban for your probation, you go to Nick Saban for 2 years. True. He washes your sins away, and then you go get another head coaching job. That's really what it's like.
So, because like most athletic directors and HBCUs don't have to worry about the coach being bigger than them. And they don't want to deal with that also. So, it's interesting that they didn't ask some people. I'm a fan of Chinnisberry also. And everything, but he I don't know how high he went, but I would love to see him at a good FCS job, like a bigger FCS job.
I think,
or either a FBS job, at least interview. He at least should get an interview. He's been winning too much now.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I wouldn't give Chinnisberry no opportunity at a bigger FCS program or FBS program until he beats a white school in the playoff program. That's it. Because you can't go undefeated in the HBCU football and then get waxed by Wingate. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So I can't respect it because it just lets me know you're the best of the worst. That's really what it comes to tell me. So I mean, at least Damon Wilson, he ran the table with Bowie and got to the quarterfinals. I can respect that all day long. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So, that's the only thing holding Chinnisberry back. And I think this year's team is that team to make a deep run in the playoffs. If he gets knocked out in the first round again, you got to look at Chinnisberry different. I'm sorry. You do.
Yeah. My guy's son was just up there. He plays O-line. He was just up there for an official visit. Because he went to an official visit at Benedict and at Allen. So, cool. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, no problem, Jay. Appreciate the call. 9762 coming to you. I think this might be G. What's up, G?
What's going on, Scott?
Yeah, what's good?
Look at man, and you spot on about everything. Everything that you've been preaching, and you notice like was it the Colorado versus Colorado State when they had everybody in their mama, like all the celebrities there. And I don't know who it was, but they had on a Colorado T-shirt. It had Colorado HBCU State of Mind.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
yeah. Everybody see that. Yeah.
Now that made me sick to my damn stomach. And then like you were saying with Neely, he do the Colorado show and then turn around do the HBCU game day, dipping and dapping. So if he's gonna stay gone, he needs to stay gone. Quit straddling the fence. That's all I got to say, man.
Hey, man.
I got to head back to work.
No problem, G. Appreciate the call, man. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I was on the bandwagon for hiring Art Browse, and I will stand on that. I will die on that mountain because I'm telling you one thing I know for a fact: winning changes everything, right? If Art Browse gets to an FCS program and starts tearing it up, people gonna forget Andy White. They gonna forget he did what at Baylor. But he's a new man now. Look at what he's doing. Oh, look at the wins he's getting with those young men's. All that. So, I would have took Art Browse in a heart. If I'm Texas Southern, I'm offering Art Browse everything. Okay? If I'm Texas Southern, I'm offering Art Browse whatever he wants. Come to Texas Southern. Hey, what's up, Sean? Talk to me.
What up, Scotty?
What's good? Talk to me, Sean.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm in the parking garage, but I just wanted to say real quick, man, what you're doing is cool and all that. But I think that a lot of these people's feelings are still hurt and they're not on board with it until you make them see it clearly. So keep doing what you're doing, man.
Hey, appreciate it, Sean, as always, my guy. Appreciate you for rocking with me.
No problem.
Smash, coming to you. What's up, Smash?
What's poppin' with you, Scotty?
Talk to me.
What up, dog? Hey, man. Look, I think that the HBCU game day shit, that's kind of disheartening, man, because, I always talk highly of HBCU game day. You know what I'm saying? I might not agree with all the stuff they do, but I do like the production value. And like you said, they've been here before the hype. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that would make that a little bit more disheartening. Like, damn, like even the people who expect to be loyal to us, that's what y'all doing. Like, and you kind of blatantly put that in the back so people can see that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We do production, Scotty. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You wanted that to be seen. So it gives me, I just wanted clicks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if people scrolling through and they see the CU tied to HBCU, I'm going to get all of those clicks, you know what I'm saying, from both parties. So that was blatantly done. It really just gives me like, damn, what's the difference between HBCU game day doing that Colorado stuff in the background and the dude with the HBCU CU shirt? Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
Like, and I expect better. It's like, damn, like the family member, you got to tell your nephew, okay, you got to call them out when they're wrong. And I know, I like HBCU game day, but that's not it, bro. Like, damn, it's like I'm like a slap in the face. Like, damn, y'all too. Like, what do you explain that? I think we need to explain it. And I don't want to hear it's HBCU players that went to Colorado because that leaves a distaste in all this HBCU family mouth. So I'm here to say you right for calling them out for that, Scotty. And I would tell them personally, like, that ain't cool at all. And you're right. They do have all the damn access. You know what I'm saying? The swag give you more access than news and media stations. You know what I'm saying? And this is what y'all turn around and do?
Facts.
That ain't cool at all, man. So I'm just calling you as somebody who really likes the work that they do, but definitely we need to stand on business when we call them out on this, because you don't have an excuse
support that at all. So I'm going, Scott.
No problem. Appreciate you. And I want to go back to this. And I see you, Zoe. You next. I want to say this quick point before I go to Zoe. My thing is this: if you're given all the access that you have, why can't you be more creative in making shows with the access that you have? If I was given the access that HBCU Game Day would have, goddamn, I would have a coaches meeting on my damn self. I would talk to Willie Simmons I would love to talk to Willie Simmons every week, right? To kind of get what he understands and his thought process and his, all the stuff going around with Musa and the same reason why I try to set up something with Hugh Jackson. Like, I would love to get, because what you want to know is you want to get behind the scene with these coaches. You want them to understand. Hey, Zoe, coming to you.
All right, I had to call in. I got to touch 2 points. First off, the whole thing about the Colorado pennant in the HBCU Game Day Studios. First and foremost, dude, it was placed there on purpose. Number one. Number two, the shit shouldn't even be in the building. Period. It shouldn't even be in the building. The whole thing about that, excuse my French, man, is horseshit. It's blatant horseshit. But let me say this though, because I like to look at things and put things in context, because a lot of people more eyes are coming to HBCU Game Day, obviously, since Coach Prime arrived at Jackson State, and they hitched their wagon to him, and that's cool, right?
Yeah.
But I want to take people a little further back to when HBCU Game Day, what they were doing. Let's just say the year 2020. No, let's just say 2019 rather. So do you know what HBCU Game Day, their coverage was like in 2018, 2017, 2016? Do you know? Because I can tell you, they weren't even really covering the SWAC. They were more CIAA and MEAC driven. They were literally covered like one SWAC game. They wouldn't do a SWAC rundown. And I get it, because what was tied to them is more tied to the CIAA and MEAC. So I understand that. But it wasn't an HBCU thing where they totally covered the HBCU Game Day. The SWAC in their eyes was like the token the black conference. We'll send one thing and do one story on it, but trust me, it was FIAC, CIAA, and MEAC. And anybody here who could know what it was back then, no, I'm not lying. They didn't cover the SWAC nowhere like they're doing now until Coach Prime came there. That's not my opinion. That's fact. All right. And so the fact that, even outside of that, because I don't even know if y'all know this, but then Tolly has his own separate thing now where he gets with Neely and they do a whole different thing specifically for Colorado. Now, whatever they do outside of it, because they're trying to, monetize or maximize whatever they can to hitch up to Coach Prime, that's fine if they want to do so. That's semantics, right?
Yeah.
But again, the moment you say that this is HBCU Game Day, man, the moment I see anything that ain't HBCU related, man, you might as well just say you pissing on us. I'm not going to stand for it, because at the end of the day, we're always thought of as lesser than. And it's always going to be one of us that's going to actually hitch their wagon to the very thing that's going to approve us being lesser than. Because, man, you can't explain it. You can't, there's nothing you can attach to say you can justify putting it there. Nothing at all. Also, when you talk about doing things in a black lexicon, maybe because you see the, what's the word I want to use? Like, you see the diaspora of how things are since Coach Prime has left, right?
Yeah.
Even now. I mean, attendance is down across the board. This season actually feels totally different. It almost feels like there's a lull in HBCU sports right now. And then the one thing who's supposed to be for us and by us is going to sit there and blatantly put something of a PWI in your studio, and you're going to make sure that we can see it. You're going to make sure that it's visible. That's horseshit, dog. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I honestly feel like, man, everybody that can hear my voice and watching this should be outraged right now. But you know what? But again, we're not going to sit there and not watch HBCU Game Day. And I'm sorry, I disagree with Smash. I don't treat you like family. That's not family, because family wouldn't do no shit like that. Your family could do something wrong, and then you try to straighten them up. But no, dog, you don't blatantly go and what's the word I want to use? You don't blatantly sit there and disrespect family. You knew what you were doing. See, that's when it hit different. This is not an honest mistake. You knew what you were doing when you did this shit. Because it ain't about HBCUs. It ain't.
it's about HBCUs to a certain point, but now, Scotty, I found a way for me to monetize and kind of maybe benefit me. Because watch this, the thing that they're doing is not benefiting HBCUs.
Facts.
Putting Colorado in their pen is not benefiting HBCUs in no shape, form, or fashion. It's benefiting the people who particularly run HBCU game day. And the moment you did that, that's when I say horseshit. And you could miss me on we thought about it. We made a mistake. We didn't mean to do it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, because it was perfectly placed. It's right there in the camera shot. And trust me, Scotty, you know anything, man, look, funny thing about this YouTube space, I do it at home now. You got separate cameras, right? You know you're going to set these 3 cameras up and you practice the shot before you even go live. So trust me, it was placed there on purpose. On purpose. I'm out, man. HBCU game day. I would tell you Steve Gate, because Steve Gate ain't going to touch it. And he tried to be slick with certain things. That's horseshit, man. All y'all in there, man. That's horseshit, dog. Call a spade. That's horseshit. I'm out.
Hey, appreciate the call, Zoe. Hey, listen, that's from, like I said, 1400. We don't see eye to eye on everything, but that's just real deal Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always give. I listen. Like I said, we don't agree on everything, but I always give Ken and Zoe their props of how they stand on business for their school. You know what I'm saying? They don't just up and push. They don't up and dip. They don't do nothing. They stand on business for what they believe in for their school. And I'm just like, yo, if you call HBCU game, they like, come on, man, you can't do that. And I just didn't want it. Just when you see it, I'm like, come on, man, like that ain't what it is. No Joe, coming to you.
Hello.
Yeah, No Joe, you live.
Hey, what's going on, bro? First of all, I want to say you are the voice of the SWAC. You done created more goddamn superstars in this SWAC sports thing than anybody who's been it for 25 years. Now, I understand a black coach can get fired from a white school, and we'll be wondering why that black coach ain't get another job.
Come on.
Now, I looked up this Coach Jones thing. I looked up his resume. Do you understand? He's been a winner since he's been playing football. I ain't seen nothing about no high school, but from college all the way up to his coaching career, he's been a winner. And I don't understand how he don't have no job, and I don't know what he did to not have a job. I don't watch HBCU game day, so I can't speak on that. But for y'all football fans, if y'all real football fans and y'all like to hear about football talk, I went and checked out that Rocket show last night, and that's a damn good show. Y'all need to go check that out, man. I'm gone.
I appreciate you. Yeah, and what he's talking about is Rocky. If you go on YouTube and play Rocky Miller, Rocky has a show with Coach Johnny Cole every Tuesday, right? And Coach Johnny Cole in there just talking his talk, talking about the SWAC and everything like that, and breaking down his resume. I mean, he doesn't do that every show. He did it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, wow. I was like, dang, I didn't even know what this was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even really know like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just things like that you get exposed to. You like, hey man, this is different. Okay, cool. Like why isn't he in the fold for hire? If you're hiring real estate agents, with no coaching experience, how is Johnny Cole, who was winning at Texas Southern, not in the conversation as one of the best FCS candidates? I'm just saying. And like I said, everybody has baggage. Brian Jenkins Sr. has baggage. Henry Frazier has baggage. All these guys, Johnny Cole, LC Cole, they all got baggage. So you cannot pick and choose who's he can beat his dog, but he can get arrested for beating his dog, but he didn't sign off on a scholarship, so we ain't gonna go with him. We gonna go with the guy. We gonna go with the guy that beat his dog. You see what I'm saying? Like that, everybody got to be thrown in the mix. Everybody. And I'll tell you this. This is my thing. Right? Because you can say whatever you want. if you, I'm just saying, listen, you can get mad at me, but I'm gonna say I ain't lying. If Art Browse is thrown to the wolves because of the allegations with no proof, with no concrete evidence, right? And you throw him to the wolves, that means you gotta throw Dr. Henry Frazier and Juice and Brian Jenkins to the wolves. And they weren't convicted. They got allegations as well. So I'm just saying, if Art Browse and his allegations is not equipped to teach young men, how can Brian or Dr. Henry Frazier be in that conversation as well? And once again, I want to make this very clear. I believe in giving everybody second chances. I'm just being honest. I do. I think Henry Frazier will be a great coach. He's killing it at Virginia. So I'm not. So I don't want to seem like I'm bashing black men. I'm not. All I'm saying is the standard of proof of what you want to overlook and what you don't want to overlook is just crazy to me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's it. So I'm just saying. Hey, Rocky, coming to you. What's up, Rock?
Hey, what's up, Scotty, man? Hey, man, this is a great show, man, and you taking up this to me, this is a real serious issue amongst HBCU schools for this reason. If we can't take serious, successful coaches serious, right? What does it say about the profession? And what does it say about black coaches as a whole?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can hire a guy, and I'll even put Prime in that same category because he wasn't in the coaching profession, so to speak, before he took the job. He was just basically a celebrity. But but I understand Prime's impact and influence. But what I'm saying is, it makes you question whether HBCUs are serious about sports when you got a guy like Johnny Cole, Coach Frazier, Rick Comedy, all these guys on the sideline, and you're willing to bring in guys with no resume to speak, no accomplishments, be extremely patient with them, and on top of that, run your program in the ground, while they there, and you don't, and there's no repercussions of it. You know what I mean? No, now, because here, when I say repercussions, the ADs get to do it without repercussions. The presidents get to do it without repercussions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The coach is the only one that suffers any consequence, right? And at the end of the day, the AD hires the coach. So if he hires a trash coach, then what does that say about the AD? If he lets a trash coach for 5 years, get 10 wins, be one of the highest paid coaches in the SWAC, what does that say about the AD? I mean, at the end of the day, because at the AD, in my opinion, the AD should be held by some level of results. He should be required to have some results. Everybody knows football is the flagship program. You can win in golf and tennis and badminton and rowing and all that other shit you want to. But at the end of the day, it's about football, men's basketball, women's basketball. That's what it's really about.
Yeah.
And you got to be successful in those sports. And if you're not successful in those, and if you're not successful in 2 out of 3 of those sports, then that reflects on you as an AD.
Absolutely.
And in some cases, when you talk about the big schools, you talk about you just got to bring the bacon home in football. All the other stuff that matters. And again, I'm just saying, is HBCU football a serious thing? And if our men that coach HBCU football aren't serious coaches, will quit trying to pass it off as that and say, hey, this is the rec league, and you can't get into coaching and be serious about coaching if you're in HBCU football, because that's how they're treated, Scotty. That's how they're treated. Go ahead.
My thing is this, right? It really goes back to what Eddie George said at his Tennessee State pros game, is that they got to care about football. right? At the end of the day, you have to actually care about football. HBCU fans, and listen, there's only a few programs that are like super serious about football, but even that, there's still an event. We as black people are event. It's all about the event. It's all about the shoes. It's all about the clothes. It's all about what you look like. It's all about that, right? So me, this is my thing. I'm gonna stick with Texas Southern because I just feel like listen. If I'm Coach McKinley, I stole a bag for 4 years. I made about $1 million in 4 years. I stole a bag. I won 10 games in 4 years, and I made $1 million. And you won't even consider bringing back the only coach that you've been successful with. Like I'm confused. Like unless you're getting a superstar guy that's going to like the only person like Art Browse, maybe a Kevin Sumlin or something like that. I don't see what else you do. If I'm being honest, I'll go around that. I'll come back around that ship. I'll take that train lap around. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Rock.
No. You exactly right, and that's what frustrates me because I'm a black guy who wants to support HBCU football, HBCU sports, but I want them to be serious about it, Scotty. I don't want to be watching a sideshow or a circus act or it to be an event or a circus. I want it to be about football because I'm a football fan and I believe we can be serious and successful about football. That's all I'm saying. Because it's way more black HBCU football. I mean, it's way more football fans than it is HBCU fans. I'm gonna say that again. It's way more football fans than it is HBCU fans. And if you get serious about the football, you're gonna bring in all the fans.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna bring in and why not have HBCU football recognized as top tier FCS football? Because you can do it. You got the fans, you got the support, you can do it. Why not have Jackson State and Southern and TSU and FAMU be mentioned with North Dakota State and South Dakota and all those other schools? Why can't they? There's no reason why they can't. They can't. Y'all had the fan base, y'all had the support. Y'all just not serious about football. Y'all are in better footprints than North Dakota and South Dakota.
That's
There's
fair.
no reason that they should beat y'all.
That's
year
fair.
after year.
That's fair. Now you preaching, Rock. You preaching on that one, Rock. You are in a better football footprint. You are preaching on that one.
They have to recruit the majority of their players out of state in those. You're talking Idaho. You're talking all. Okay. See now y'all talk. Okay, say I'm reading the bill. I shouldn't be doing this, but y'all talking about funding. No, it's not about funding. It's about being serious. Y'all are among the best bands in the world. You know why y'all are among the best bands in the world? Because y'all serious about band. And football is a sideshow. That's why. That's why y'all know and y'all have chosen to be successful about band and let the football go to waste, man. And it's sad to me because you can be great at both. You should be great at both. Because of the eyes and ears and the attention that you can bring to those universities, you should be great at both. The legitimacy that you could bring to black people by being serious about HBCU football is immeasurable. You know, y'all may not think of it like this, right? And I mentioned this to Scotty on Saturday when I was talking to him. And this is the reality. The way that HBCU fans and HBCU organizations treat football, y'all have no reason. We have no reason as football fans to look at HBCU football as an equivalent to any other football. As y'all are being serious and about football. That's why people, as much history and culture is in HBCU football, there's no way that HBCU football should be Jackson State and Jacksonville State should be getting mixed up. There's no way.
That's a good point.
There's no way somebody be said. Big part.
I just said that's a good point.
There's no reason. Jackson State's storied football history is way more significant than Jacksonville State could ever imagine.
All right, you got to wrap it up. I got callers.
All right, yeah. I'm just saying. So what I'm saying, basically what I'm saying is, you have the HBCU football and HBCU sports. They are in the condition that they're in because of the HBCU community. You can't blame this on nobody else. Period.
Hey, appreciate the call. 4482 coming to you. They calling you live. 4482.
Hey, Scotty, this is Terrence, man, from doing Cookman.
What's up, man? Talk to me.
Hey, man. Yes, sir, man. I apologize. I may be a little bit behind. I'm just got a meeting, so I got caught, this piece of your show, man. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm on that Spike calls every week, watching it in my little cubicle. And you are damn right. I'm sitting here thinking, why the hell is Scotty not on this call? I watched the SWAC media days. Why is Scotty not in this media group asking questions? They're afraid of it, man, because they don't want the hard questions. I'm in here. I want to get on there and ask the damn question myself. Like, wait a minute, what you doing with it? Why wasn't I'm watching the Cookman game? Why you not speaking up? Those questions need to be asked. The hard questions, instead of all this fluff stuff. Jim Klein, Peter, your boy always. I hope everyone is doing well. You are dead on by that dude. I listen to him all the time. It's too much fluff on that shit, man. And I'm sorry for being emotional, man, but the great thing, and I'm giving you your flowers, man. The great thing about your show is accountability. No one wants to be held to the carpet about what they're doing and what they're not doing. You give people their flowers when they do well. You hold people accountable when they don't do well. Same thing about HBCU game day. I'm sitting there like with Tony Carr, it's a damn disgrace. Personal stuff aside, but what they doing, him and Stephen Gaither and all that good stuff, man. And I appreciate them because they donated money to the Bethune-Cookman when they needed some issues. That's all well and dandy. You're great to tout that, but you're not going in deep into what's going on as far as the other programs in SWAC. Are you HBCU? Are you PWI? You know what I'm saying? And it just pisses me off, bro. It pisses me off when people sit there and have issues talking about stop crying. Bro, do you not understand the information that you get? Because straight up, I didn't know who the hell Angie Body was. I knew the school. I followed the teams. Keyshawn Johnson. Do you think I knew what Keyshawn Johnson was putting in work like that at ASU? until you said what you said. So let me look him up. Come on, man. What are we doing? Stop sitting around here acting like, you know what I'm saying, you don't have a space and you're not valid. And you know what I'm saying, that you don't have a footprint on what's really going on, and people don't want to hear that shit. So yeah, the SWAC commissioner and the SWAC office, you're doing the HBCU a disservice by now allowing not only Scotty but other individuals who not only ask the hard questions but promote good questions. I don't even be straight up, man. I don't even know why you're not even an employee of the SWAC office, because you do good work for all schools. And this ain't not trying to blow smoke up, you know what I'm saying, with other cases. It's not about that. But the fact of the matter is, how can we grow as a people and as this HBCU community if we don't put the best people forward in what we're doing and stop off all this fluff? That's all I got to say, brother.
Man, no, I appreciate it, man.
Keep doing your thing, man.
No, sir, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, listen. I don't think he meant Jim Klein, Peter. I like that. I don't know if it's that white guy at Southern. Hey, Rube, am I right? Is that the white dude that be talking on Southern? I like him. He be at the Southern press conferences. Hey, that man will be asking questions. Okay, listen. If we're talking about the same person, okay, I think we might be talking about. I don't know if we're talking about the same person. Now, the person that be saying, "Hi, Coach Simmons. Hope you and everybody in Tallahassee are doing well." That is not Jim Klein, Peter. Okay, that's yeah. I love Jim. Hey, hey, Jim be asking them questions, okay? He'll be like, he the one that you be like, damn, like, why he ask? Like, that's when you know you asking them good questions. Because Jim be asking them questions. He be like, so, Coach Dooley, so, you had 2 minutes left. You ran the ball. Did you see a reason to run the ball on first down? And Dooley get all frustrated. He get the rocking side to side. And then Jim be like, follow up, Dooley. Do you think that your offense needs to be changed? Do you feel like your offense isn't getting the job? Yo, Jim be asking them questions. Okay? Jim be asking them questions. Okay? So, yeah, bro. So, I don't know who the guy is at SWAC Media Day that be asking hi, Coach. Good to hear from your coach, Robertson. Hope everybody in Montgomery and the Gump are all well, including yourself. I don't know who that is, right? I don't know who that is, but Jim Kleinpeter, that man will be asking them questions. Like he be asking them questions. I love him. I love him. He do be asking them questions. So that's the same guy who got kicked off the AP poll, messing up FSU. Jim could do true report question. Yeah, he be killing them. Yeah, he be killing them. I'm telling you, watch them Southern. That's James. Not HBCU sports media here. First of all, let me give HBCU sports their love, man. Y'all always have been. Cause let me say this, HBCU sports, and I'm gonna give y'all. I don't give a lot of people props. I'm gonna give y'all your props. I appreciate y'all for live streaming the coach's call. Now you would think. Now let's be real. You would think the SWAC would have done that first. And then HBCU Sports would have followed. But no. HBCU Sports streamed it first. And now the SWAC Digital Network wants to stream it. So let me give you guys your flowers. And I also got, you know what's funny? I don't know if this is the head guy or maybe the social media guy, right? I don't know if it's the head guy or the social media guy. The guy who went to Grambling, I think that's the head guy. But I just told my wife last night, I said, I respect you because you always stand on what you believe. I always respect you. Good, bad, or indifferent, you stand on what you stand on, right? When Deion was doing the Deion stuff, you stood on your podium and said what you felt. You know what I'm saying? When the Grambling thing happened with the field shouldn't be named, you feel how you felt. So listen, that's life. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand on what you feel. You got to stand on something. So I respect that. It's funny. I literally just told my wife that. Oh man, the man of the hour. What's up, BJ?
Man, what's going on, Scotty?
What's up, man? Talk to me.
Hey, man. First of all, hell of a show as always. I'm always tuned in. You know how it works, Scott. I like to give the people what they want. Somebody said that me and you should collab, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm with whoever just said that we should collab.
Always.
We bros, you know what I'm saying? Like, we bros. And I got a couple ideas that, me and you, we'll, throw around offline, but, all, ideas be fire. But whoever put that in the chat that said, hey, man, like BJ and Scotty should collab, say less. Say less. We give the people what they want. If people say we should collab, collab. Because, that's not the only person that said that. You know how my pops is.
Yeah. Oh, man, your dad. Yeah. You know what we should do?
You gotta do some more stuff with it. Yeah.
BJ, you know what we should do? We should do a show together, but then every now and then have your dad call. That would be, that Bama is funny. We should have him calling every now and then. That'd be good. But go ahead.
Man, you know what? I thought about doing an old head, just an old head segment in the show where you got Mr. Campbell and old Unc from Alcorn. Well, Dad, them two together for about 5 minutes. Just, boy, look at him. I mean, you see this type of stuff that me and Scotty be thinking about. Whoever said that, man, thank you for getting the wheels turning, man. But like I said, man, stay listen, man. Me and Scotty, we'll figure it out. And, at the end of the day, the people in at the end of the day. There you go.
All right, too easy, BJ. I'm going to hit you up offline.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. Peace. Hey, listen, man. Don't get me and BJ going, boy. We'll be on here all day, boy. We love some football, man. We might just start breaking down some film together. That'd be absolutely amazing as well. Yeah, but the thing is this, but for me, right? I know y'all. I'm okay. I got a couple more minutes before I gotta get up here, but I'm gonna say this. I know you guys don't believe that, Scotty's a nice guy and stuff like that. But I really like giving voice. I really like giving a voice to people. Like I really do, right? Because I feel like the only way you can grow is being a part of the community of people, right? That's why I do the live call-in shows. That's why I have the text numbers. That's why you got to feel connected to the same people that you go see and talk about, because HBCU sports is such a family-oriented thing that you got to blend in. And I know you be like, Scotty, you beefing with everybody. Listen, the only reason I beef with people is because either we have a disagreement or they don't show loyalty. And I'm very big on loyalty, right? I'm a very big person on loyalty. Anybody who knows me know if I say I rock with you, I'm going to rock with you till the wheels fall off, right? You know what I'm saying? That's just, I'm a loyal person. So if I see that you ain't, I gotta slide back. You know what I'm saying? So that just is what it is. That's why I still rock with Zoe, even though me and Ken Clark, we have our issues. You know what I'm saying? I still rock with Zoe because Zoe a real one. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always like, oh, Scotty beefing with everybody. It's just like, nah, there's people that I respect, right? There's people that I'm like, huh? And then I got my opinions, and then people don't like my opinion, so they don't rock with me. But it's cool. That's life, right? So ain't no sweat off my back. I still love to give you guys content and things like that. So at the end of the day, is this for me, right? My goal and mission, regardless of how you say Scotty's HBCU, Scotty's this or Scotty's that, whatever. My thing is this: at the end of the day, I'm here to entertain you all and give you facts, give you knowledge, promote these players, talk about what's going on, because I'm going to keep telling y'all this, and I'm going to keep telling you this till the cows come home. There's only a few coaches that can actually work at the Power 5 level or FBS level, because they are not, listen, Hugh Jackson, he understands the media. He understands that people are going to like you one week and not like you the next week. Willie Simmons, he understands the media. Why? He's on Twitter. He answers the chat, like he answers the chatter in Twitter. He answers the chatter on the message boards. He sees it, he responds to it, right? He understands the fan base that he's a part of, right? So it's only a few coaches that really know how to manipulate the media and really embrace it. The rest of these coaches, they wouldn't know what to do with fans and fandom going crazy and saying, you suck, fire him, blah, blah, blah. That's why you might think these coaches are, no, it is more than just X's and O's when you take that next step up. You think it's easy to be coaches at Florida? You think it's easy to be Billy Napier right now, probably getting roasted every week on the radio station in Gainesville? You think it's easy to be Hugh Freeze at Auburn right now? Do you think it was easy to be Nick Saban when he was losing and he couldn't pick a quarterback? But you got Bama's like Bethune-Cookman, Little Bill. He sound like he reading a phonics machine when he in an interview. You know what I'm saying? You got coaches like Coach McKinley. He act like he freaking Bill Belichick. Don't want to answer no questions. You got Dooley making everybody sound dumb when he losing. Right? You got McNair not wanting to do his radio show because he didn't like the response that he was getting. Now all of a sudden he's going back to doing his radio show. Right? This is what you deal with. You got coaches that get mad for getting on a coaches conference for 5 freaking minutes. 5 freaking minutes. They be on there for legitimately 10 minutes. Answer 4 questions and they feel like they done something for the week. Come on, man. That's why these coaches, they could not be FBS coaches because they don't understand how media works and how rampant fan bases are, because they feel as though they're black. I'm a head coach. You don't talk to me like that. I don't have to talk to you and all that. It's entitlement. It's entitlement. 78.99 coming to you.
Hey, Scotty, thank you for taking my call again. This is the second time I'm calling. I want to say this because I know you reach a lot of people, Scotty. You know, I'm a JSU fan, but look here. They need to stop the bullshit. TC don't seem like he's what y'all say he should be. He should still be a damn offensive coordinator. And in order for the HBCUs, what they should have took from Deion, what they should have taken from Deion, he's a defensive player. Why the hell would you go against that defense that blitzed every fucking down? Why would you go against that? Why would you go and try to bring in something that don't work? And you done lost damn near 3 games this year. You done lost 3 games over the bullshit. But I feel that the only way that the HBCU is going to be, not just Jackson State, but if you want to have a powerhouse, you're going to have coaches in line. No one coach ain't going to do it. You can't go and get no offensive coordinator and make him a coach, and then he's going to go make a damn position coach, a fucking offensive coordinator, and that shit going to work. It's not going to work. And I'm just tired. First 4 plays, you come out throwing the damn ball when you got 3 running backs that can start in any team in the SWAC. On any team in the SWAC. Number 5, number 21 can start on any team in the SWAC. Any team. And you go out and you pass the first 4 or 5 down, then you want to make. That's what's been getting me the last 40 years about Jackson State fans, Scotty. I feel the same with you do. But that's my team. That's my hometown. I'm going to support that team.
Yes, sir.
But I feel the same way. They still making excuses. You can't have a fucking pro-style quarterback in a RPO offense. They run stupid-ass plays. They have the wrong personnel, the wrong line, every damn thing going wrong. You need to get on the ass. And I laugh about it when you get on the ass. Thank you for taking my call.
Oh, thank you, sir. Listen, I love it. I love stuff like this, man. I love stuff. Listen, I'm telling you, that's how I be feeling when Dak and Mike McCarthy be doing what they be doing and they be effing it up, right? I feel the exact same way. Listen, let me say this. You can, right? Let me be very clear. You can, I'm so glad, Dave. I am so glad that you text in real quick. You almost made me forget a point. There is somebody on this list, if I'm not mistaken, that is the defensive coordinator for North Carolina A&T. Negative. Take that ninja off. I'm not taking nobody from North Carolina A&T staff. They are ass. Thank you, Dave. I almost forgot that. I had to make that point. Let me say this. The thing that you have to understand is that not every coach is made the same, right? You know why? It's because you could have took a KJ Black, right? You could have took a KJ Black and made him an offensive coordinator. He was a QB coach at FAMU. He was assistant offensive coordinator. You could have made him an offensive coordinator, right? If you see it in them. But you have, listen, like, you can't just say that people at positions don't work, because that means Sean McVay never gets a job. That means Kyle Shanahan never gets a job. And I know I'm being very extreme, but I'm just saying, like, well, we know why Kyle Shanahan got a job. His dad was Mike, so let's just be clear. But Sean McVay, those type of guys, right? So my thing is this. There are some hidden gems. Let me give you an example. Let me give you some examples of hidden gems. Like Coach Jason Mai at A&M is a hidden gem, right? He's been a part of that offense for the last 4 to 5 years. But is he going to get an opportunity to become an offensive coordinator? No, because a lot of people, all they see is DT. But they don't know about all the behind-the-scenes stuff that Coach Jason Mai does for A&M, right? The recruiting, the APR, the game planning, the quarterback coaching. Like, those are the guys that get overlooked, and then they go to PWIs and they get the opportunity, and you're like, damn, we had them in our sites. We had them on staff, and we had this and we had that, right? Those are the guys, exactly. The Matt Leones of the world, the Coach Mize of the world, right? Some of these guys deserve opportunities, but you're just looking at some of the big names, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, for me personally, if I'm Eddie Robb, I would look at Jason Mai as an offensive coordinator. I would get Harry Williams up out of there, and I would look at Jason Mai as an offensive coordinator for that job. Right? If I'm Dooley and I'm looking for an offensive coordinator, I'll look at a Jason Mai for that position. Why? He has the longevity. He's developed quarterbacks as best he could. You know what I'm saying? As best he could. You know what I'm saying? But it's like sometimes you got to look below the surface to find hidden gems. You got to look below the surface. And some of those times you might find a head coach in waiting just because you hired him as an offensive coordinator. You get what I'm saying? So some of this stuff, you gotta dig a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? Was like, you gotta dig a little deeper. Was of Princess and the Frog. You know what I'm saying? Gotta dig a little deeper. All right, listen, I'm about to get up out of here. But overall, let me just say this. HBCU game day. Listen, I'm telling y'all, stop looking at Tony Carr like I'm telling you, he's the Braxton. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you, God. I know you gave. Tony Carr is the Braxton of HBCU. Okay? That's what he is. From the Jamie Foxx show, the one that Jamie, he is the Braxton of HBCU.
I got fake people showing fake love to me straight up to my face.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. So be very mindful of how you look at that. Because I'm telling you, right? They love to get on there. Oh, why don't we don't see many people talking about Tennessee State. Ninja, you ain't talking about Tennessee State. You try to talk about Tennessee State, you got a damn Colorado banner in your background. Where they do that at? Braxton? Shit. Man. So we just gonna leave it there. And Stephen Gaither, listen, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. Stephen Gaither has to do better. Managing whatever. I don't know. Because I don't know how much somebody owns one or the other. But come on, man. You can't, this is my thing. You can't chastise the community because they don't read the articles that you post. And then but then you don't want to answer or, hey, we apologize or something like that when stuff like this occurs. You get what I'm saying? Like, it can't be both. We can't have it both ways where you dropping tweets, all them little subtle. I hate shit like that. Stop subtweeting, right? Stop doing that. Like, oh, people getting mad at me because I'm writing about Dion, but you don't want to read the articles about Eddie George. And okay, I do videos about Valley. Ain't nobody gonna watch. Don't mean I'ma stop. You see what I'm saying? If I do a video about UAPB, I'm gonna get like 500 views. And it's the coverage that matters. It's the fact that you're showing them, hey, yo, hey, you know what I'm saying? We still rocking with you, right? That's what it is. That's what it's about. Don't get mad about it. So, listen. Until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. Be back here, 8 o'clock sharp. Now, I might not start at 8 o'clock, but be in the chat at 8 o'clock. And I need some hashtag lost homecomings. I need some hashtag the lost homecoming. Okay? I need a hashtag, who is swag at 8 o'clock? Oh, goddamn. It's going down tonight. Yeah, 8-ish. 8-ish. Okay, 8-ish. I just say ish. Ish. Bear with me. All right. Y'all already know what to do. God bless.